Yeah, I'm going to use this video, and then I can refer people to this video when they start asking me about manifestation. This is what I like about YouTube and videos. This is why I started making them to begin with, actually, because I was working with people long before I started making videos. And I found like I was getting tired when I'd have a new consultation. I don't like these words, but what do we, a new person I was talking to that wanted to know about these things, I'd have to go over the same background again and again and again, and then finally I'm like, I can't keep doing that. Can't do it. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I could make videos. They could watch those. They could already have some background information. And then when we meet, we'll be at a higher level. Then it'll be more creative, more fun for me and everything. So, yeah, so when the people, because this manifestation idea, society's just blowing that up. If I made a video like manifest your highest desires and dreams in one day, it's going to get so many clicks because mainstream. I talked about mainstream before. The world predominates in mainstream level of consciousness. Mainstream level of consciousness is which so are very drawn to this idea and concept of manifestation. Okay, so I'm kind of debunking that a little bit. But if you want to do that, we can't control it. This is the thing. If life force is playing through you in that way right now, like that you want to manifest, like you have to really visualize what you're doing, and you're trying to like send the energy out to manifest. Like if that's the moment in your journey that's alive and needs to be pursued, then I'm a full proponent of doing that. And do it. And then later, if you change your mind or something, then you come back here and then maybe the videos will make more sense. I think most of those people aren't going to watch this video anyway, at least not long. So I'm trying to say, and this is automatic, this isn't my opinion, this is just how it is. When you have a real realization within your own being, you know that this is the same for everybody. It's just a question of time. So I'm talking about real realization, not talking about opinions like red's better, the color red's better than the color blue, or Vata dosha is more fun than Kapha dosha. No, that's all opinion stuff. I'm talking about true realizations. For example, like this body, we're beyond our body. When this body dies, that's not the end of you. Impossible. That's true for everybody. Whether or not they believe it or not doesn't matter. It's like if somebody's living in a cave, things that are true stand alone as true. They don't need anyone to believe it. If somebody's living in a cave and they never saw the sun, and then I walked by and I saw that cave, I was like, oh, that's a good place to meditate. And I looked, I said, oh, there's somebody in here. Hey, what's up, man? And he looks like kind of ghostly, white. I'm like, bro, why don't you come out here and see the sun? He's like, there's no sun. I'm like, yeah, like, look at me. I'm tan because I like the sun. I'm always in the sun. He said, no, that's your opinion. There's no sun. I said, okay, all right. Well, I'm going to go in the sun. It's like that. The sun don't care if this guy in the cave believes in it or not. The sun's like the sun. So, same thing. True, real truth, real truth, it's just true. So I'm saying the manifestation at some point drops away as we become more awakened to our true nature. Because as we start to realize that life is taking care of us, or the universe, or grace, like it's doing everything. The deeper that realization hits home, how are you going to think about manifesting? Because you realize, even if I practice some technique and then I manifested it, looks like I manifested it because I visualized it so hard, that was grace You were going to manifest that anyway. Grace just wanted to take that shape, wanted to give you the experience of thinking that you manifested it. So it played that way. This is just what it is. So when you start to know, when your life, you give your life up truly, when you really surrender your life up, not as a calculated decision, but as a byproduct of true knowledge, because you see, you realize, not only is your life not your life, you don't really even, there's not a you to have a life. That's apparent. It's non-dual. There's a sense that there's a me here who has a life, who's making videos, and then my friend, and he's in India, and there's a sense of him, and he just moved to this ashram, and now he's trying to figure out where to get good food, and my mom, she's like living in her world, and she likes her garden, and this is 8 billion people doing that. So everyone has a sense of a life, an individual existence. That's cool. That's part of the virtual reality game show that consciousness is signed up for. Consciousness like spliced itself up into trillions of parts, and now it's playing as a sense of individual within the dream of all these individual parts. But remove the mental body, emotional body, physical body, remove all that, there's just consciousness. But if there's just consciousness, it can't do anything. It needs these shapes and things. So when you start to realize that it's really running the show, how are you going to manifest anything? Like you've surrendered your life. You know without any doubt, whatever you're supposed to have and get, life's going to give that to you. And then the mind will try to be clever and say, well, you mean like I just can lay in bed and don't make effort? I say, okay, try to do that. You'll have to get up at some point. Life makes you get up. Life takes you and wherever you're supposed to go. Life will take you to school or take you to work. It's doing it. Grace is doing it. And there's a sense there's an individual sense that there's a me that's doing it. That's okay. That's part of the 3D package. I feel like there's a sense of me that's like making this video right now. Like, look, I'm talking, and I'm like, something's here. Like, ow, see, something's here. Yeah, high-tech 3D game. I enjoy that. I'm not denying it. I'm non-dual. I don't exist. I'm going to hit myself with the rock. I like that spiritual exercise for the non-duals. Hit yourself with the rock, and let's see. So you enjoy the sense of oh, my battery's dying. You enjoy the sense of individualness. At the same time, you know it's not permanently real. That's the definition of real, whether or not something's permanent or not. But relatively, it's very real because consciousness created it and sustains it. So consciousness is real. It's the vibration, the feeling of existence. Something's here. Something's here. You can call it whatever you want. So it gives realness to this dream. So technically the dream's kind of real then, because like the consciousness is dreaming. It's doing it. It's imbibing the dream with a sense of reality. So when you know it's taking care of you, how can you really have any desires to manifest? And even if desires come, yeah, you'll take the steps to try to do that, but you know you're not doing it. Grace is doing that for you. Grace put it in your heart to put the desire in your heart. Grace is going to fulfill it. Grace is going to use you and put all the set dressing there necessary to look like you had to do all these things to fulfill it. It's all part of the show. Or Grace may put a desire to manifest something. It may try to get it, to manifest it, and then fail. It also did that though. Don't take responsibility for, oh man, I failed. No, Grace failed because it wanted to. Because that's another experience to have, to fail. And then to see like, oh, that's okay. I wanted to buy a Countach, but my credit wasn't good enough. Oh no. I had all these fantasies about driving the Countach on spring break and like having a loud system and bumping and then having the girls be like, wow, and wow, I really wanted to do that, but now I can't get it. wait a minute, that's okay. Like, that's stupid anyway. See? Let life play. Life is playing. Life is a master player, joker. Me too. All right, I'll see you.